Alright, hello everyone, Luke Smith here. It's Tuesday. Let's do another reading from Silent Hill Memories website. Link to this will be in the description below. This one is going to be of Silent Hill Origins. I've never played Silent Hill Origins. I don't know if it's any good. I think it's for PS3. I don't know. But obviously this one was like from the very beginning, like the first how Silent Hill began, that sort of thing. I think, like, don't quote me on that, but I mean, it's technically Silent Hill F is the first Silent Hill film, Silent Hill game, because that was set in the 60s or 70s. So public notice. I don't know if these are even in order because I never played the game before. Under construction. Currently, the second and third floors of the hospital are undergoing renovations. At this time, they are closed to patients and visitors. Work continues in earnest, and the hospital management thanks you. That's a bit of an error, for your continued cooperation as we try to minimise the disruption. We estimate the construction will be completed within 6 months. What about the patients on them floors? We're restructuring on the third floor. The restructuring on the third floor will almost double our capacity for inpatients and introduce cleaner and modern facilities. Here at I can't pronounce that. That's a hospital in the first Silent Hill. The quality of care we provide you, our valued patient, is the utmost importance. Dr. Phillips, chairman of the board. Doctor's diagnosis. Preliminary diagnosis, 3rd degree burns. Patient is unconscious. Something has prevented damage spread into the internal organs. Tissue damage is limited to the epidermis and extremities of limbs. How is this possible? Is that talking about Alessa? Possibly, it does sound like it. Hurried note. Parts of this note are obscured. Worry not, I have used the something to contain her power. No one will come to her aid. One of the 5, hide them, protect them. Bloody note. This heart of mine troubles me with its trembling. I still have it. To still it, I have put it on ice and locked it away. Remember, the 3 beauties that cause it to pump, so are the key. Age before beauty. I need to try and find this game. I wonder if it's on the PlayStation Store. Students, minor comic. Having trouble with your anatomy class? Find that getting them out is much easier than putting them back in. Remember, this is an easy. Inside Stevie, little Henry lurks. INST LIHELU. Obviously, that's a puzzle. Staff notice construction. As you know, the renovations to the upper floors has turned into problems. The plumbing leak and substandard materials used have forced us to close off the 3rd floor until further notice. We are reminded of the familiar adage, you get what you pay. Adage, you get what you paid for. In other words, they just got cheap labourers in. We now face 6 more months of work, reducing our capacity for the coming year. We will have to cut spending on inpatient care and consultancy fees by 50%. Therefore, we ask doctors to refrain from committing patients and encourage home stays instead. Unless they are dying in your arms, don't book them in. Staff party. Worry not, the staff party is still on. Yeah, everything's going to shit, but we can still have a party. Our recreation budget is locked away where no one can tamper. Everyone meet at Annie's bar at 8 p.m. on Friday. Alcohol, medicinal of course, and food will be free. That means he got paid to go there. In other words, arrive early and to grab a trainee nurse. There they go quick. Staff memo. To all staff, it is forbidden to enter my office unaccompanied until further notice. Dr. Kaufman. Wasn't Dr. Kaufman the psychiatrist from the first Silent Hill game, like the Henry Mason one? Parking ticket. Someone has written on the ticket, she's asleep now. Magpie note. Dr. Harris. Our magpies has been at it again. This time they swallowed the damn keys for the archives and the basement. How the fucking hell does a magpie swallow a key? Like, unless it was a tiny key. Don't worry, Gary has taken Mr. Magpie to the TB ward, and I'm taking Mrs. Magpie to hydrotherapy. We'll make them spit the keys out. What the fucking hell are they doing to magpies? This job will be great if it weren't full of patients. Clem. Oh, were they oh, magpies patients? Okay. Status report. This is American, the 12th of the 3rd, 1960. Status report, patient Mrs. Something, age 34, examining Dr. Harris. Notes, patient continues to harbour strong fantasies and a violent persecution complex. Her moods can swing from calm to violent aggression in a short time, which has led to her being moved to the sedation ring. She became particularly violent during the occasional visits from her husband, demanding that she be allowed to see her child. We have taken the precautionary step of adding something to Mrs. Something's medication to prevent her violent outbursts. I don't like having to sedate patients, but when she is aggressive, she is as much as a danger to herself as to her visiting husband and the staff. Right. Are they talking about Dahlia Gillespie here? Possibly. It does sound like her. Iron Lung warning. There's a film called Iron Lung that Markiplier made, and I think there's a game of the same name. The game came first. I don't know what it's about. But I do know that there's a film and a game called Iron Lung. Out of use. Oh, by the way, the Iron Lung is a breathing apparatus. Basically, it breathes for you, and it's a contraption that you essentially live in for like most of your life. In light of the recent accident, I am barring the use of the Iron Lung equipment. This applies to all staff, including senior nurses. Patient deaths during therapy are not to be treated lightly. It is hard to believe that someone could accidentally overload every valve on the equipment, and so until the inquiry has concluded, I must assume that the equipment itself is at fault. These precautions are essential. We owe a duty of care to all of our patients, even the difficult ones. Dr. Harris. Is Dr. Harris the only doctor? Duty log. Female. Seclusion. 9:30 a.m. Administered medication to the seclusion patients. There were no incidents. 11:46 a.m. Accompanied Dr. Harris on the morning rounds. No incidents of note. 3 p.m. Visit for Mrs. I'm assuming Gillespie from her husband. Took her into the empty dorm room so she could feel more comfortable. 3:46 Mrs. Something, possibly Gillespie, has attacked her husband. During the visit, she had a violent episode and attempted to throttle Mr. obviously Gillespie, I'm assuming. She was heard screaming by myself and the attending orderly, and we managed to restrain her, though it took 3 of us, despite her being a female of a slight build. After we sedated her and took her back to her room, Dr. Harris examined her and decided to reinstate her dose of something. I'm guessing that's of Valium, like some sort of Valium. To 12 past 5 p.m. After the incident with Mrs. The other patients has become agitated and restless. Harris has ordered a lockdown. Sounds like a fucking party. Status report, the 7th of February 1961. Status report, Mrs. Something Something, age 35, examining Dr. Harris, is same bloody woman. Notes: Mrs. Something condition has degraded dramatically in the last few months. Her fantasies of a mirror world has become more acute, and she spends more and more time in an apparent catatonic state. She claims that during this time she is in the other world. It is Dahlia Gillespie, isn't it? It has to be. She is now has full recollection of the attack on her son, but shows no remorse for the incident. Indeed, she seems proud, almost smug, that her attempted fadile. I am worried that this behaviour could be a side effect of the increased doses of that Valium that the patient has been prescribed. I have asked for her dose to be halved and hope to see positive results shortly. Police report. Attending officer's report, 4th of the 11th, 1959, number that. When I arrived at the house, the ambulance was already at the scene. The neighbour, Mr. Bryant, who first called in the incident, has restrained Mrs. That. I'm guessing it's going to be the Mrs. Gillespie as well. And the paramedics were attending to the child. Yeah, it's about her attacking her son. The husband, Mr. Gillespie, has not arrived back from his place of work. Thanks to Bryant's intervention, the gas has been turned off and the house ventilated. However, there was still a strong smell, and I deemed it necessary to call the fire department as a precaution. It appears that Miss Gillespie has attempted to gas herself and her child. When I spoke to the subject, Mrs. Gillespie, she was uncooperative and seemed enraged. She deemed I released her so she could kill the devil child. She was clearly not in control of her mind. Mr. Bryant commented that several times in previous weeks he had heard loud arguments and screams from the house. He said Helen has not been well for a while. Helen. That's not Dahlia Gillespie. I thought it would have been. Okay. So why didn't he call the police the first time? Like, seriously. Otherwise it wouldn't have got this bad. Clipboard. Medications, do not mess up. Room 1. Something, room 2, all that stuff. Remember, pills only for patients. Amber incident report. Is the only place you visit in this game the hospital and the mental institution, and possibly the police station? Amber incident report. Reporting staff member Simons. Incident description: a male child entered the sanitarium unchallenged and got through to the female seclusion. Doors were left unlocked. He entered female seclusion room 5, at which point orderly Michaels observed him and alerted me. The boy was the child of a visitor who was taken away by his father. Failures. The doors to the female seclusion were left unlocked by the orderly, and the staff in the lobby failed to notice when the boy arrived at the mezzanine area. Recommendation: all staff to be reminded of the importance of locking ward doors. Review of staff to be conducted by duty managers. Who the fucking hell lets a child in just like that? I mean, I know it was like possibly the 60s, but seriously now. Patient notes. A new patient, Helen Grady, arrived today. I was surprised to see how calm and well behaved she was. So it's Helen Grady. After reading her notes, I was worried that she might be something of a handful. You don't fucking say. The woman was in complete denial and claims no recollection of the incident which saw her committed. Indeed, she was asked repeatedly to be allowed to see. She has asked repeatedly to be allowed to see her son. I have agreed with her husband that it's best that the boy be kept away from his mother. While there seems a little hope for any long-term recovery, I look forward to spending some time with Mrs. Grady. Her condition is most fascinating. Sounds like schizophrenia. A child drawing. Daddy, Mama and Travis. Travis is the person that you're playing as. He's a trucker. Bloody cap, help me. Newspaper. Someone has written on the newspaper, "Why are you helping her, Travis? Did you see that nurse?" Napkin. Something is written on the napkin. Somebody made a hole. "Go home, Travis." So someone's warning Travis or something. Oh, this is the apartment, so it's an apartments building as well. And the theatre. Theatre programme page. Folk legends take the costume for Caliban. The designer, Bill Ortega, has taken a native buffalo spirit, fusing it with the stark. Iconic images seen in the incident. Local cult of Valtil. Valtil again, that's interesting. His set design for its dark cavernous cave was inspired by Owl Cave, a local hysterical something. So that's obviously another puzzle thing there. Technicians warning. Peter, good luck getting anything to work. This place was wired up by idiots. The safety curtains on the same circuit as the spotlights. If a light blows, the whole thing fuses, and you can't move the safety curtain. Idiots. Safety inspectors. Would you blow a fuse literally? Would blow a fuse literally? If they saw this stuff, wouldn't happen in the city. See when you get back, Eric. Handwritten diary page. Monday, rehearsals fantastic. New costumes fantastic. All in all fantastic. Tuesday, strange day. Girls snuck into the theatre today. Playing hooky, no doubt. Took pity and let her sit to watch the run through. Very useful feedback. Terrified by Caliban. Good job costume department. Seemed to dislike Prospecto intensely. Proceedings brought to premature end by poor Tony getting a shocking nosebleed during Act 1. Scene 2 will continue tomorrow. Damn. Production notes. Jack says the town is located on an old spiritual ground. Hopefully we will be blessed. Provis something. Shaman fathers. Smoke tokenic magic. Aerial air spirit flight. Projection puppets. Caliban buffalo spirit skins plus Beckoff something performance. On all fours, poor actor. So that might be another puzzle thing. Wiring notes. Peter. As expected, the spotlights are screwy as of the rest of this place. Finally got them working. My trusty voltmeter saved the day again. Remember, you need all the lights working, otherwise the circuit blows. Throwing the circuit breaker gets old fast. Here are my notes. It's another puzzle. B has to be half the wattage of D. A and B must not exceed C. Wattage of D must not exceed A. Break a leg. Epic. Sketches. Since what happened to Tony, I dreamt about him more and more. The butcher. He looks just like that monster. the executioner. Now I've seen him when I'm awake. He's at my motel. It's him, I swear it. Reparation and cohesion. Chapter 2. Where's chapter 1? Chapter 2. It is a fact well known to the intelligence services and military agents. The more controlled a mind, the more a mind censors itself. The easier it is for the outside influences to take hold and piggyback such mental programming. It is easier for this is why these agencies choose for their pawns for the pawns those individuals most compromised by their own mental issues. Astral projection, the perfect assassin. Among the tribes who have developed the ability to control and focus their projections, there exists one that is feared throughout the whole community. Their shaman claims to have the ability to kill with thought alone, projecting his desire to kill into the body of the victim. Damn. An ID torn in two. Although these case studies, throughout these case studies, we see the victim's brains struggling to cope with the conflict caused by the abuse of the hands of the loved ones. In many cases, the abused child's self appears to split in two. One personality continues to love the abuser and seeks their approval. The other personality contains all of the rage and anger of the abused, and in many ways becomes the mirror of the abuser, seeking to inflict its pain onto others. Sadly, it's often this self that becomes the most dominant. That's the thing, because an abused child's mind is pretty screwed up in a way, and it's very hard to get them right again. Manifestation of delusions, chapter 3. Manifestations of delusions. Phenomena such as telekinesis, poltergeists, to use a popular term, often occur. These seemed frequent among negative emotions, fear, worry, or stress, suggesting that it's these emotions which are manifesting as external energy with physical effects. Nightmares are especially strong triggers. In all cases, these phenomena arise from children or adolescents, and the overwhelming majority of subjects are female. Altered police report. It looks like the fire started on the first floor and spread to the rest of the house. Circumstances are suspicious. Someone has ruled through the text and added a new paragraph. It seems that there was an incident in the basement. An old boiler caused a fire that spread to the rest of the building. It would cause to appear to be accidental. The report continues unaltered. Despite the firefighters' best efforts, it spread to the surrounding houses. Alessa Gillespie was declared dead at the scene by Mr. Kaufman. Her body was identified by her mother. Death certificate and coroner report will be forthcoming. Mentioning Alessa now. That's the thing, because she died, quotes died, in a house fire caused by Dahlia, I think, her mother. Closed case. Because of the concerns expressed by her teacher, it was important to fully look into the matter. I spoke with Mrs. Gillespie and her daughter and saw no evidence of neglect and abuse. He felt that Miss Gillespie has become a model patient, bringing her daughter up in a strict religious household. Further, in order to satisfy the complainant request, we had Dr. Kaufman from Acclamilla this is hospital, speak with the girl alone. He said that any talks of rituals or cults were simple childish fantasies. Miss Gillespie's only crime, in his eyes, was having to read her daughter too many fairy tales. We have closed the complaint. Shop note. A bookstore now. Andy. Everything is fine. Sold lots of books. Have locked your keys in the castle register. The combination is your Greenfield apartment number. I hope you've enjoyed your vacation. Diorama? I don't even know that name. Till receipt. General store. Someone has written on the receipt. Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes the butcher to chop off your head. Well, that's nice. Guest register. The pages has been torn out, leaving only one entry. Room 500. Fucking hell, 500 rooms in the motel. Name, Mr. R. Grady. Other applicant, son. Reason for visit, business pleasure. Check-in date, don't know. Oh, so Grady was obviously the father, because he looks like he took his son away from his mother. To my beloved wife, I miss you so intensely. Watching them take you away, what was like a dagger through my heart. It had to be done, but I know I'm not. But now I'm so alone. At the doctor's advice, I told Travis that you were dead. Maybe it would be better if you were. Fucking hell. Helen, will you ever come back to me? Yours forever, Richard. Note on the ritual. It is believed that a being of tremendous mental energy may become a vessel capable of giving birth to Samael, the god worshipped by this cult. Samael's arrival will bring forth paradise on earth. Something has been added onto the margin. Given that this vessel is to be moulded with the suffering and pain, just what kind of God and what kind of paradise would result? Janitor's note. Junior. One of the laundry machines is busted again. The weird guy in the Cleopatra was shouting at me, wanting me to get it fixed, but I couldn't leave reception. However, anyhow, after getting all red in the face, the fellow just ran off. Hasn't been back since. Up and drove off. Could you take a look at the machine when you get a minute? Stick a token in it and do the reset thing. Set it to low spin 60. Wash, drain, and pre-rinse. I'm guessing you got to do that to get a key out of it or something. Put anything you find inside in the lost and found. Thanks, Ed. Shotgun photo. Cause of death, shotgun. Duty log. Christ alive! One of the cleaners called me over and said that there was something wrong in 500. The door was open. Inside, sweet Jesus, stench made me puke. The kid just stood there. They said he'd been there for 10 hours. I ended up crying my eyes out. Shit like this shouldn't happen. The police has got the room locked up now. I'm going home. What the fucking hell happened in there then? To my absent wife. I know that whatever hell I'm enduring, yours is worse. But damn it, this is so hard. It's like you're dead, but you're not. The Helen I loved is gone, but your body is still there. I have slept alone for the past 2 years. I have become so bitter, so sleazy. I am no better. I'm no father to Travis. So is Travis the son? Because I thought Travis was the tracker. Who are your players? I can't look at him some days. What is going to take to bring you back? Yours forever, Richard. Washing machine manual. Guide to the symbols. Pre-rinse, soak, 30-degree wash, 60-degree wash, 90-degree wash, low spin, heavy spin and drain. Puzzle. Snakebite photo, cause of death, snakebite. Telegram. Kaufman. We're almost ready. You must but must hurry. I sense our hold on her power is weakening. I worry that she draws the strength from the core I hold. I will leave it behind, hidden in this darkness. It will be safe. It'll be safe. Grady is unlikely to return there. He is running around town chasing after ghosts. He is ignorant to the bigger picture anyways. I will wait for you here. Finish your business and join me soon. The time approaches. The Flawless is shattered, thrown to the wind, and her will still be buried deep in the sleeping mind. This time the ritual will succeed. Dahlia. I think it's like Kaufman. Obviously, yeah, he's Dr. Harris Kaufman. I believe it's the same one, but he's also a cult leader as well. Overdose photo, cause of death, overdose. Stabbing photo, cause of death, stabbing. Broken heart photo, cause of death, broken heart. How do you die of a broken heart? I've got no bloody idea. To a ghost. There's no pretending now, is there? We both know that thing in Cedar Grove isn't you. You died the day you tried to kill our son. When I brought your gift today, when you smashed it, I finally woke up. She's a fucking nutter. I've been dreaming all these years, kidding myself that you'll be right one day. Helen, the Helen I loved is dead. I try to remember how it was all those years ago when we got married. I can't remember anymore. I'm tired. I know Travis will be fine on his own. I'm going to see you again, Helen. Yours forever, Richard. Yellowed page. Flawless device origin unknown. The device is first mentioned in the poetry of Chang Qian, an advisor to members in the early Han dynasty. In one of his tracks, Chang Qian jokes he trapped a demon inside a three-sided box. Well, the demon will fucking come out of that box now, when it's like only 3 sides on it. When Chang died in a terrible fire at the Imperial Palace in 115 BC, the device appeared lost. It was later rumoured to be in possession of Lithuanian monk M.G. Lewis, who in 1796 spoke of its ability to control and amplify thought. It was Lewis who linked it not to a demon but to God himself, claiming it as a weapon left by angels as a force to be good. There's a lot of fucking lore in this one. Other notes. Plaque on the door with an oval depression. Even in the inferno from out the flames, she saw life born anew. Or I saw. Let me skip rid of that. There you go. Plaque on the door with a death mask. Even the blind have need of eyes if they wish to gaze into the future. Theatre door. I am child torn by twin desires. I stand before a door. My right hand calls to the light. My left hand ushers in the darkness. So yeah, that was it. Like, to be fair, interesting. But yeah, that was it for Silent Hill Origins. I was going to do Homecoming, but I didn't realise Origins had files. So yeah, next Tuesday will be Homecoming now. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.